Hello, everyone. A warm welcome to all of you. We will now start with the session today. How we have planned this session and how we will go along with this session, that is one thing which I am going to explain you first. Okay, we all know that the BDO and Mamlatdar exams are there on next Sunday, this Sunday only. Hardly 4 or 5 days are remaining for that. So most of us are and must be solving the past year papers. Some may be able to get a clear cut answer to most of the questions, or will be able to clear the cutoff. Some are not able to clear the cutoff, but it's like we have to consistently try, and we have to try solving more and more papers. So on that note only, what we had decided was is, let us solve one paper with all the student community of Goa, so that you should also come to know how a question can be done through various techniques, or else how in one question you have to leave that question, or you have to solve that question. Because see, it is you have to score 39 or 36 marks out of 65 questions, say for example. So it is not necessary you need to solve all 65 questions, but it is more necessary you should choose 45 questions and do it correctly, because there is no negative marking. Correct solution is very much important. So it is important to leave 15-20 questions and solve the all remaining questions, but sure shot it needs to be 100% correct. That is what is the game for this video exam. Okay, so our tutors are there, our expert faculties are there, who themselves have cleared all these examinations, various examinations, banking examinations, government examinations, UPSC also they have cleared. So they will be telling you how to solve this question paper. This question paper has three parts: English, logical reasoning, and very few questions of mathematics, hardly 4 or 5 questions of mathematics. So we will be solving all these things. First part we will be covering is the English part. Second part which we will be covering will be logical reasoning, because most of the questions comes from logical reasoning. And the third part, only 6 questions are there for mathematics. So that is the third part which we will be covering today. Okay, after this we are going to have one more session, for which I will tell in the end. That will be a strategy session on how to choose the question or how to leave the question, which type of questions are usually difficult, which type of questions are usually easy. So that is a strategy session which we will be having on 17th. For today, it is like we will be having just the solution of 2021 question paper. Okay, so to start with, let us first start with English. Our expert faculty, Simran ma'am, who has quite enough experience of teaching the students for GPSC, IELTS exam, also banking entrance exam also. So she will be first taking the English part of the BDO exam paper of 2021. Okay, in which the first initial 10 questions are English question. As we all know, English is a sure shot game. It's either you know or you do not know. There is no hop on hop off with the options. If it is correct, it's correct. If it is wrong, it's wrong. Whereas in maths, the chances are like, first you have to solve the question in logical reasoning and mathematics, and then you are not sure whether the answer will come or not. But in English, that thing does not happen. So first part is English. Whatever questions are there, she will be first taking the English part and will be explaining how to solve the English question paper. Over to you, Simran ma'am.
Yes, thank you, sir. A very good evening to everyone. All right. So starting with the questions which are already there. Okay. So first, I will tell you how the pattern is. So mainly, you have just 10 questions. All right. Mainly, you have just 10 questions which will be there for the exam. All right. So majorly, we just have 10 questions that we have to focus on. Okay, we have just it's just this 10 questions that we have to however clear. Okay, so how are these 10 questions divided? How are these 10 questions divided is, you will have just, so 10, right? So you will just have two passages. Yes, you will just have two passages that we have to take into consideration. Okay, two main passages, 5 questions each on each of the passage. All right, you have 5 questions each on each of the passage. So all right, we can start. We can start with solving. We can start solving the entire sheet. All right. So here we have the first one here. Okay, the entire sheet being present. I'll read out the entire passage. Yes, I'll read the first one. So majorly, like I mentioned, you have just two passages. Okay, so I'll read out the first one. It is believed by many that the pharma industry in our country preys on pestilence for profits. As the primary sector thrives under the benevolent monsoons, the food grain production may hike by hundreds of million tons. The generous use of pesticides is said to be a key factor in this race for a
Simran,
quantum jump in agricultural.
Simran,
Yes, sir.
your screen is not visible. The question paper, or you want us to show the question paper from here?
So I guess that will be better.
Okay, fine. I will present the question paper then.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, just scroll the first one. Yes. Yes. So, yeah, that was the first one. Okay, so y'all can just have a look. Everyone can just have a look at what's the first one, what the first question is. Okay. So here in the passage, first they have started with what? So first they have started with how diseases and how all these big major diseases in the world are sort of like profit is. I mean the pharma industry is making it as a profit for them. Okay, and then they have started and then they have said that monsoons is like a very good season for them, where a lot of people fall sick and a lot of people want medicines. Yes, so that is like a good season for them, they say. And then later on they say that pesticides. Okay, so then later on they have mentioned something of pesticides. Okay, and then they say that pesticides are sort of like they increase the agricultural productivity of the country. All right, and then they say, and then they have divided the pesticide section. They have said that there are four types. You have insecticides, you have herbicides, fungicides, and rodenticides. All right. So they have said these are the four types you have. Okay. And then they go to mention that currently, insecticides contribute to nearly 75% of the turnover of the pesticide industry. But in the West, trend is different. Fungicides and herbicides for the account for the largest share of consumption in those countries. Okay, so like overall, they have mentioned ki like what happens here in India and what happens there in abroad. Okay, fine. So taking in the first question into consideration, the first question in the above passage, pestilence is used to imply. So what does pestilence mean? It is right in the first sentence. Okay, so what does pestilence mean? Pestilence would mean a very fatal disease. All right, pestilence would mean a very fatal epidemic disease, a very bad disease. Like so when you take examples of that, you would have plague, pandemic. Yes, but mostly pestilence is more sort of term for bubonic plague. Yes, so what do you exactly mean by this bubonic plague? Plagues which are infected due to flea bites. Okay, this bubonic plagues is like something which was more eminent or sort of like more famous in the olden eras. Matlab, abhi ke time pe they have got the what do you say the antidotes, and the how do we cover people from that. So what happens, and then you have fever, headaches, weakness and all that. So this was something which was prevalent in the olden times, but still, they have got an antidote for that and they have covered for it. So pestilence, so the first answer would be pestilence is used to imply what? So here, rise in bubonic plague. All right, because so pestilence ka meaning would be a fatal epidemic, more sort of like bubonic plague. So the first answer, uh, uh, the pestilence. So we have of pests. Yes. So when we say pestilence, I just mentioned fatal epidemic disease. So the answer is right mentioned there. It would be proliferation of pests. All right. Can we please scroll to the second question? Yes, thank you. All right. So see, the passage hasn't changed, right? The passage hasn't changed. It's the same. It's just the question. So, like I mentioned, the first five questions, the same passage. All right. So the second one is term used in above passage to refer to the pesticide variant that targets gnawing mammals. So, what exactly are gnawing mammals? So, gnawing mammals are, animals that have, animals that have sharp front teeth. Okay, animals that have sharp front teeth, like rats, you have rats, rodents, you even rabbits and squirrels for that case. Okay, they are called gnawing mammals. So, what is the word which is more suitable for them here? I mean, what pesticide variant that does that target? It can be rodenticide. It more sort of suits for rodenticide, right? So gnawing mammals is referred to or comes in the same category. For that, you have rodenticide. All right. So for the second question, the answer is D. That is rodenticide. All right. Moving on to the third one. Yes. So the passage again the same. So see here you're saving time a little bit on your passage so you can entirely focus on the question. From the options provided below, identify the one that comes closest to the overall sense of the passage. So here this question is, what is the overall point of the passage? Okay, like entirely, what is the passage talking about? Okay, so first we'll see the options. It's always important to read the options. All right. A is in India, the trend is to prefer insecticides. In the West, it is herbicides and fungicides. Okay. In India, the agricultural consumption of pesticides is controlled. In the West, it is not. Is something like this mentioned? No. Okay. I mean, we're just taking into consideration everything. The third one, in India, the turnover for pesticides is very high. In the West, the situation is identical. As a turnover regarding the money and all, they haven't said anything. Okay, so this is like not very suitable for the answer. The last one, D option, in India, the turnover of insecticides is high. In the West, the trend is different. So you see all these other options other than except for the A one, they're all, they're all saying something false. They're all saying something which is not mentioned only in the passage. Yes, so when you have like all the options wrong and when you are left with only one option, we choose the A wala. Yes, in India, the trend is to prefer insecticides. In the West, it's herbicide and fungicides. And that is what is said in the passage. In the passage, and you see in the options. I mean, it is connecting, right? I mean, this is also, I mean, it's, how would I put it? Like it's matching. Yes, that is also meaning is the same, and this also meaning is the same. So the third one is option A. All right. Moving on to the next one. Yes, the passage remains the same. The fourth one we have The generous use of pesticide is said to be a key factor in this race for a quantum jump in agricultural productivity in the country. Okay, so when they say, so in the above sentence, this race, so they are saying कि like this race का मतलब क्या है? What is the meaning of this race in the passage given? All right. So I'll explain the sentence. The generous use of pesticide is said to be a key factor in this race for a quantum jump in agricultural productivity. What do you mean by quantum jump? Okay, quantum jump ka matlab would be sort of like an abrupt change. Okay, a sudden change, a sudden transition. Okay, a sudden change, sudden transition in agricultural productivity in the country. So, generous use of pesticides, using a lot of pesticides is like a key factor for sudden change of agricultural productivity in the country. So, when you say this race, what does this race comes for? The entire goal of using those pesticides is what? We want more food. I mean, we want more agricultural products. We want more grains. We want more agricultural stuff. So, what is the goal for using those pesticides? Getting good productivity. Okay. So, let's see the options A, the generous use of pesticides. Does this race mean generous use of pesticides? Clearly not. Quantum jump in productivity. Okay. Option is okay. Let's look at the other options. Enhancement of agricultural productivity. Is this matching to whatever is being said in the passage? Clearly, yes. Key factor in agricultural productivity. This race, not exactly that. So, which is the correct one? Which is like the most suitable option for it? We have enhancement of agricultural productivity, because that is their final goal, right? That is their final aim of using those pesticides. Okay, so the question 4 is option C. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so here, same passage. From the option given below, identify the antonym of the word generous. So when you say antonym, it would be the opposite. Okay, synonym is some similar word. Synonym would be when you have to find a similar word, and antonym would be when you have to find the opposite of that word. So opposite of the word generous. Okay, so when you have words like this, right, always see the word, connecting from the passage. Although the word maybe, so the meaning of the opposite of the word would be something different, but see how it is used in the passage. So always find the answer relating to how the word is used in the passage. So yes, we are looking at opposite of generous, frugal. Frugal ka matlab would be what? Frugal would be, so generous is what? Like a person who's very dildar, sort of, who says yes to anything, like a very good person. Frugal would be a person who's like very conjuice, putting it in simple terms, very conjuice, very like, someone who's very economical, like very early very soon he won't give his money to buy something. Aise dil khol ke, he won't spend. Okay, so frugal would be that. Unkind, exactly not the opposite of generous. Unkind matlab properly nahi hoga, right? Excessive, still not. Malevolent, still that wouldn't be the correct option. So the correct option that we have is A, option A, frugal. Like I mentioned, frugal matlab what? Like a person who's very, very conjuice, a miser. Yes, putting it in English, it would be called a miser. So question 5, the answer is option A. Opposite of generous is frugal. All right, we move on to the next one. So 5 questions are done. Okay, so 5 questions ka, it was one passage. Now for the 6th question, the passage changes. Okay, you can have a look at the passage. So here it is talking about World Health Organization, WHO. Okay, World Health Organization, WHO. So here they are mentioning ki like, what, when was it like, established, and it is a specialized agency of the UN, United Nations. Okay, and then they are mentioning that what they do ki, like no matter what place, like no matter if there are jungles, there are mountains, there are deserts, there are coconut groves, kuch bhi kar lo, international health workers are like always there to make sure that the people are healthy, and make sure that like everyone is healthy and the entire community is doing well. Okay, and then they go on to saying that there are many diseases. There are very bad diseases. Communicable disease matlab, communicable disease would be diseases which spread very early, okay, spread very soon, or spread very fast. Okay, so they have to take care of all that stuff. Okay, so then they are saying that this diseases can be spread from one country to another, which is a threat to the entire community, right? And then they're saying like how WHO has to take care of all that stuff, make sure the medicines are reaching to everyone properly. All right. Yes, you all can read the passage. Okay, so that is majorly, that is all what the entire passage talks about. Okay, then how prevention is important. Yes, in the end, they have come to prevention is a possible, total prevention is possible in a number of ways altogether, in a number of ways such as vaccination, spraying of houses with poisonous substances which kill disease carrying insects. So in the end, they have mentioned ki like, how do we prevent everything? How do we prevent all these, diseases? Okay, so moving on to the sixth question. The first question under this new passage, we have find a word or a phrase from the passage that means contagious or infectious. Okay, I guess I just mentioned about this infectious and contagious. Contagious matlab would be what? Something that spreads very fast. Yes, so we have the options here. Communicable. Yes, first one, right, correct in the sense. Let's have a look at the other options. It's important that we, look at the other options also, right? Cholera, nahi. We are looking for a word that means that, right? Or contagious or infectious, right? Disease, nahi. Disease carrying insects, no. The only option which is most sensible is communicable. So, question number 6 ka answer is A. That is communicable. Spreading very fast, easily spread. Okay, let's move on to the 7th one. Yes. So here again the passage is the same. It is regarding that WHO, that wala passage. Okay. The question is the phrase international health workers in the passage is used to imply that they. Now who are these they? Who are these international health workers? Okay, promote cooperation among the nations. Do they do that? Okay, drawn from all countries. Who are they? Okay, drawn from all countries. So when you say international health workers, when you say international, matlab, of course, right, it will be from all over the country. I mean, all over the place, taken from all over the globe. Okay, so drawn from all countries, this option is like making sense, like maybe this is the right one. Belong to the whole world. Okay, work for the organization of many nations. International health worker is used to imply that they. Okay, so these are people that are like chosen from the entire world. Okay, that they are like drawn from the entire world, chosen from the entire world. So the better option would be B. Okay, that they are chosen from all around the world, like they are chosen from America, Africa, all over the globe, from all the continents to become a part of that group. Okay, so the 7th wala, the better sense option would be B, drawn from all the countries. So the 7th one is B. All right. Let's have a look at the 8th one. Passage remains the same. The 8th one is it is a specialized agency of the United Nations and was established in 1948. Here the word specialized means. Okay. See, actually, if you go to see, the answer would be expert. Okay, the answer would be expert. But here, WHO is a, I mean, it is, how do I put it, is a specialized unit under UN for health. Okay, so under UN, WHO is a unit, a special wala unit for health. So don't you think it is more sort of option C, where we have to see like more suitable for a purpose? The people have a purpose, right? The WHO who is run, I mean, people who run it, they have a purpose. And who gives them the purpose? The UN. So it is a specialized agency. It is a specialized agency under the UN. Okay, they are the ones who are like, taking care of it. Okay, so the eighth wala option, it was a little tricky because you could have written expert, but read it well. Okay, so read it well, and the answer is option C, because they are a unit under the UN, specialized unit for health under the UN. All right, so the eighth one is option C. We move on to the ninth one. Passage remains the same. WHO assists different national health authorities not only in controlling diseases but also in preventing them. So what does this say? That they don't do this also, but they do this also. मतलब control भी करते हैं and prevent भी करते हैं. So they do both. They take care of both the things, right? So let's have a look at the options. Assist more in controlling than in preventing. Is something like this mentioned? No. They are saying कि like dono they do equally. The B option, assist both in controlling and in preventing them. Yes, we have got our answers. But just like look at the options. The C, assist in controlling, that have not been prevented. ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता. D, assists many others beside national health authorities. No, again, this doesn't make sense of whatever is being mentioned. The correct answer, the better option is option B. So the ninth one is option B. They do both, control also and they prevent also. All right. Let's have a look at the last one. The last question under English. The 10th one. All right. Yes. They help the sick to attain health and the healthy to maintain their health. Now, who are these they that they are referring to? Yes, who are this they that they are referring to? Who helps to attain? Who helps the sick to attain health? Yes, it is certainly the international health workers. I mean, they are the ones who are taking care of people, right? Like I mentioned, they are taken from all around the world, and made to look after people again all around the world. So who are these they that they are referring to? Who take help? I mean, who take care of sick people and who give them like better opportunities to get well? It would be option D, the international health workers. All right. So with that, the English part comes to an end. Back to sir. Over to sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we'll move to the reasoning part, which is very important, and maximum number of questions come from the reasoning part. You can consider out of 60 questions, more than 40 questions come from reasoning part itself, because from English 10 and for reasoning it is more than 40. So let us move with the reasoning questions. We have question number 11 from the same PDF. Yeah. See, this is a question type of statement and conclusion, or you can say statement and assumption and statement and argument. These three are the type of questions which can be categorized under the same category. So let us read the question. People speculate when they consider a situation and assume something to be true based on inconclusive evidence. Which situation below is the best example of speculation? Now, to see the example of speculation, first you need to know that what is speculation. See, meaning of speculation is guessing possible answers without having proper knowledge. Okay, means you are just having a guess. So let us look at the options. Francine decides that it would be appropriate to wear jeans to her new office on Friday after reading out casual Fridays in her employee handbook. No, that is not something assuming. This is something the person is deciding. Okay, so this is not comes under speculation. Now, Mary spends 30 minutes sitting in traffic and wishes that she took the train instead of driving. This also, it is like a decision making, that I should have decided by going with the train instead of coming in stucking in the traffic. So B option is also not feasible. Option C, after consulting several guidebooks and her traveler agent, Jennifer feels confident that the hotel she has chosen in first rate. So this C option is something about suggestions, that she had asked someone, and after the getting a suggestion from the guide, she has booked the hotel. So this one is also not the speculation. Option D, when Emily opens the door in tears, Theo guesses that she has a death in her family. Now this is something that a person, when he's seeing the person, when the Theo is seeing Emily in the tears, he assuming that there is a death in the family, but it can be anything. It can be some bad happen, it can be something type of a job loss, or it can be something of a sickness. It could be anything, but he's assuming that there is a death in the family. So that is the example of speculation. So here for question number 11, D is the right answer. Now question number 12. This type of question is considered as a classification. In classification, you will be given 5 options, or you can say 4 options. Out of that, you have to choose odd one out. So basically, it is a type of odd one out. Now, eel, lobster, crab, shrimp. Out of this, which one is odd one out? Anyone can guess? The answer is eel. Why? Because lobster, crab, shrimp, they all are the tribe of crustaceans. What is the meaning of crustaceans? It is a outer side, means these animals, or these animals are having outer sides crust, where eel is a proper type of fish. The answer is A. Now, if a meaningful English word has to be formed using first, fifth, fourth, eighth, ninth, and 15th letter of acknowledgement, such that one letter is used only once, then which of the following is third letter of that word? If more than such word can be formed, then mark X as your answer. If no such word can be formed, then mark Y as your answer. Very simple. Here you require your grammar. Now let us see. Which is the first letter of acknowledgement? It is A. Now, which is the fourth letter of your acknowledgement? It is N. Then, fifth letter, O. Eighth letter is E. Ninth letter is D. And 15th letter is T. Now, you have the letters A, N, O, E, D, T. Now, out of this, means using these 5 letters, every letter has to be used, and every letter has to be used only once. You cannot use A double time or N double time. So basically, you have to form a 5-letter word. Now, if you are getting the answer, then you have to tell that which one is the third letter of that word. And if more than one word is coming, then you have to mark as X as your answer. And if no such word is formed, then you have to mark Y as the answer. So let us see what words can be made. If you notice it, if you shuffle the word letters, you can make a word donate, DONATE, and you can make one more word, atone. Now I know that all of you know the meaning of donate, and all of you must have find out also that ANOEDT, donate, can be the word. Now what is this atone? In exam also, one word they will give simple, and one word it will be little bit complex. For that you should be good in your vocab. So atone means to show that you are sorry for doing something wrong. So basically atone is a past participle of the word atone. So answer is, see, now one word is formed, second word is also formed. So as it is saying, if more than one such word can be formed, then mark answer X. So answer will be X. That is D. Now, marathon is to race and hibernation is to what? See, this type of questions comes as a analogy. Marathon means what? See, I like marathon. Marathon is related to race. So hibernation will be related to what? Winter. There is no link between winter and hibernation. Bear? No, not at all. Dream? No. See, in a computer also we have a word hibernate. Like hibernate the system. That means what? Put the system to the sleep. So D is your right answer. Hibernation means sleep. Now, this is a type of a number series. Around 10 questions come from the number series. Now, number series 432, 443, 463, 500 and 562. You have to find out which one is the next number. Now, what do you think? Easy or difficult? Let us look it out. See, this is our question. Okay. If you see, if you see, the numbers are close to each other. There is no sharp jump like 1, 10, then 100, then 1000, then 20,000. The numbers are nearby close to each other. That means whenever this type of question will come which having the numbers nearby to each other, that means what? You have to find the difference. Now let us find the difference of it. The difference of 432 and 443 will be 11. Difference in what? Difference of this number. Difference of 443 and 463 is 20. I am writing in the middle. That means in the middle, wherever I am writing, 20 is the difference of 443 and 463. Now, 463 and 500, the difference is 37. Again, 500 and 562, difference is 62. So, what will be the next number? Now, what this 11, 20, 37, 62 means? Is it following any particular pattern? Yes, it is following a particular pattern. If you notice, it is basically 1 square plus 10. It is 3 square plus 11. It is 5 square plus 12. It is 7 square plus 13. Now, see, if 1 square is what? 1 plus 1. 1 plus 10. That is 11. 3 square is what? 9 plus 11. That is 20. 5 square is what? 25 plus 25 plus 12. That becomes your 37. 7 square is what? 49 and then plus 13. That becomes your 62. Now, if you are following the same pattern, if you see these are the odd numbers. So 1, 3, 5, 7. Then the next number will be 9 square plus 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So 81 plus 14. Answer will be what? Tell me. 595. Now add 562 plus 95. 7, 5, 6. So you are adding 95 here. So you will be getting here 657. That is your option number B. So in reasoning, we don't wait for the option. In reasoning, we find the answer and then we search in the option. Next question. Oh, very easy. This is a type of a number. This is a type of a series, but this is an alphabetical series. The previous one was number series. If you see, it is very, very, very easy. How? If you are jumping F to G, it is what? It is plus 1. It means plus 1 means 1. You know what is the meaning of plus 1? If I am writing here A plus 1 will be B. That means adding the next letter to it. C plus 1 will be D. E plus 1 will be F. So similarly, F plus 1 will be G. Now, find the second one. Oh, A to A. If you see A, that means 0, 0, 0. You are not adding anything in the middle letter. So we know that the middle letter will be A. Yeah. So where were we? Yeah. So If you see here, there is a pattern. So f plus 1, that is g plus 1, h plus I plus 1 will be j. Again, a is constant in all, so remains a. Now this is 1 minus 1 plus 3 minus 1 plus 3. So it will be again plus 3. So h plus 3 will be k. See, look here equation, h plus 3 will be k. So answer is your j a k, that is first option. Now 17th number. The 17th question is basically finding the missing part of the figure. See, if you see this is a type of a square and it is a symmetrical. Means if you see the diagram, it is symmetrical. So what we can do, what if we find this portion and take the opposite of that? That means find, suppose this is a, find the opposite of a. So if I, whatever I can see, if I draw what I can see, I will get something like this. First middle one, then a big line towards the end, then one like this, then again circle, and again like this. Something like this we are getting. Now this is a portion of a, that means this is the portion of this part. So if you just make it reverse, what answer you are getting? See, this is not what you are getting because one portion is missing. Here this portion is extra. Here this is the one which you are correct. Why? Because see, this line is extra line. This line is extra line in option number D. So only option number C is correct. So answer is C. Question number 18. Question number 18 is a math part. Math faculty will be taking this question. Same with 19. Now, question number 20. Question number 20 is a type of, again, analogy. If you see, this is again very, very easy question. RT, then we have QU, then we have Vx. Now, what did this mean? This means if RT is related to QU, in the same way, Vx will be related to which number or which alphabets. So let us see. If you see here, R to Q, you're going -1, means you are decreasing your alphabet to 1, and T to U you are going +1, means from R you are going 1 decreasing order, and from T you are going 1 increasing order. So same thing we can go here. From V, if you go 1 decreasing order, we get U, and from X, if you go 1 increasing order, we get Y. Answer should be U and Y. Anywhere there? Yes, UI. So first find the answer, then look at the option. Question number 21. Again, a number series. As I told you, you will be having many number series questions. So let us, I am writing here 1336, 1738, 2212, 2764, 3400. Again, next number will be what? If you see now, this number are not so far. They are almost little bit closer to each other. Almost similar difference. So if you find the difference, if I subtract 1336 from 1738, I will be getting 402. The difference between this will be 474. The difference between this will be 4 minus 2 is 2. 6 minus 1 is 5. 7 minus 2 is 5. 552. The difference between this is 6. Again, 9 minus 6 is 3. And this becomes a 13 minus 7 is 6. 636. So we have to find this basically. If we add this number to this number, we will get our number. But 402, 474, 452, what are this? Again, we have to find the double difference. Let us take finding the double difference. Here the difference is 72. Here the difference is 78. Here the difference is 84. Now, are we following any pattern? Are we following any pattern particular? Let us see. This is 6. This is 6. So again, if two numbers we are getting a 6, then the third number also will be 6. That means 84 plus 6 will be 90 here. 636 plus 90 will be 726. And 3400 plus 726 will be 4126. Are we getting 4126? Yes, we are getting 4126. So C is the right answer. So basically you have to see the difference is small or difference is big. If the difference is big, then you have to jump like multiplication. If difference is small, then you have to find the difference. Now, statement and course of action. Question number 22. Let us see. Exporters in the capital are alleging that commercial banks are violating a Reserve Bank of India directive to operate a post-shipment export credit denominant in foreign currency at international rates from January this year. So this is something, it is a alleged, means it is a something type of a blame has been put by the exporters on the commercial bank for violating Reserve Bank of India. So basically, this is type of a few people alleging. Who is alleging? Exporters. On whom? On commercial bank. For why? For violating Reserve Bank of India's directive to operate the post-shipment export credit denominated in a foreign currency. Now, what action should be taken? The officer concerned in the commercial bank are to be suspended. Do you think the action for suspending the officer in the commercial bank is the right option? No. See, when a person will be suspended, when anything, any crime or anything, if he has done something wrong, if it is proved, then only he can be suspended. But this is a type of alleging. It is type of putting a blame. There is no proof for that. Or RBI is not come up with any decision. So first course of action is wrong. Next, the RBI should be asked to stop giving such directive to commercial bank. Now this is again a rubbish action. Means you cannot stop. You cannot tell RBI to stop giving the directions. Obviously, if RBI will not regulate the things, then every bank will do whatever they want to do. They will not take the care of the citizens. So both are wrong. In that case, the options follow because none of the action is right. So basically, you have to find the action. Suppose if third action was that RBI should look into the matter and take necessary action required, then this will be your right one. That if some blame has come, that definitely RBI should look into the matter. So if this was the case, then your action should be correct. But in the question which is given to us, this is the wrong. Both are wrong. Next question. Question number 23. 23 is a maths part. Will be taken by the maths faculty. 23 and 24 both are maths part. We will move to question number 25. Now, question number 25 is again analogy. Umpire is monitoring game. What is umpire doing in the game? What do umpire do in a game? Umpire monitor the game. So what do you think? Who monitor what? Legislator monitor election? No, not at all. Prodigally monitor wonder? No. Chef monitor bucket? No. Moderator monitor the debate. A debate is going on between a person A and a person B, then there has to be a moderator to know, means to check who is going correct and who should be given more point. Question number 26. So answer will be your B. Question number 26. There is unprecedented increase in migration of villagers to urban areas as repeated crop failure has put them into precarious financial situation. Now, what are the actions for this. What can be the following actions we can do? The villagers should be provided with alternate source of income in their villages, which will make them stay put, or the migrated villagers should be provided with jobs in the urban areas to help them survive. In this, you will think that both the actions are right, but no. If you look it carefully from the author's point of view, from the examiner's point of view, what you can see that if you provide the migrated villagers with the suitable jobs in the urban areas to help them survive, what will happen to the existing people who are struggling for the job? They will bear the loss. So what this action will lead to, what it will put pressure on urban areas. Problem of food, problem of staying, problem of job, problem of everything. So the correct course of action should be this. That unless and until the crop become good, or they are able to cultivate the crop, they should be given some alternate source of income. The answer will be only one follow. Now, let us see question number 27. Now, all X brand cars parked here are white. All X brand car parked here are white. Some of them have radical tires. So some of them have radical tires. All X brand manufactured cars after 1986 have radical tires and parked here. So all X brand radical tire after 1986 are parked here. Now all cars are not X brand. Okay, so we assume that all cars are not X brand. Now, what are the following options? Let us see. Only white cars are parked there. No, it is not given that only white cars are parked there. Why? Because some radical tires are also parked there. So we don't know whether radical tires cars are white or not. So first one is wrong. Next, some white X brand cars with radical tires are parked there. Yes, this we can conclude that all X brand, as I told you, all X brand are parked there, and some of them are radical tires. So it is possible that some of the white car is having radial tires. Now, cars other than X brand cannot have radical tires. This is useless statement. Nowhere given in our statement. Nowhere given in the question. You should always avoid what is not given in the question. Question number D. Most of the X brand car are manufactured before 1986. This is also not given. That most of the X brand cars are manufactured before 1986. Regarding 1986, only one thing is given, that whatever the car manufactured after 1986 have a radical tires are parked there. So only B is a suitable option. So this answer you can get by just eliminating the options. Next question. Question number 28. Statement. Industrial revolution, which first of all started in Europe, has brought about modern age. Now, what are the conclusions? In the statement conclusion, you just have to find the author's point of view, that what the examiner is trying to say. So, first, disparity between rich and poor result in revolution. Do you think this is the correct answer? And second conclusion, revolution overall society. This one is obviously, if there is a revolution, that means what? It is a change in society. For example, we have the best example in front of us, live example, that is, you can say in India we had data revolution, which came in when? 2016. Why? When Jio was launched. Earlier, 1 GB 3G pack of Vodafone Idea or whatnot, it was 297. 1 GB 3G for per month. Today we say that mobile prices, mobile recharge prices have been increased. But how much it is increased? Still, it is almost, if you take an average 700 for 3 months. If you divide it, you become approximately, you take 250 per month for 60 GB data and unlimited calling. It is a kind of a data revolution. It changed the society. It changed the type, means change the amount of data we are using. It brought India number one in the internet uses. So definitely revolution means change in the society. But disparity between rich and poor result in revolution. No, that is not the case. If this was the case, then many cities like Mumbai, big cities where we have slum area also, where we have rich people like Amani also, and daily it will be a revolution. This one is the wrong answer. Will be only two follows. So you just have to think about a common sense. Apply your common sense, you will get the answer. Question number 29. We are not bothered about what answer we are getting. We are bothered how to get the answer. ELFA. Let us see. I am writing here ELFA, GLHA, then ILJA, then MLNA. Now, what is going on here? If you see L, again, that means second word, if I want to find 4 letters, second one will be L. Why? Because there is no improvement. Plus 0, 0, 0. Again it will be 0. Now look at the last letter. A, 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 A. Last will be A. So I think now you got the answer. What answer you are getting? Option number D. You don't have to find only the full answer. There is, last is E, G, I. That means what? Plus 1, sorry, plus 2. Again here, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. So what is it? E plus 2 is G. G plus 2 is 1. Okay, I plus 2 will be, again, I plus 2 will be what? It will be K. Plus 2 means gap of 1. If you say plus 2, it is a gap of 1. Again, F to H, again gap of 1. H to J, gap of 1. J to something, gap of 1, which will be what? J, K, L. So L. K double A. If you are getting K double A, we are getting the answer. So basically the pattern is plus 2, plus 0, plus 2, plus 0. Question number 30. Number series 21, 35, 56, 91, 154 and dash. So you can see that how many questions are coming from number series and alphabet series. That means a chapter series, how many number questions are coming. 21, 35, 56, 91 and 154. How to find out? Let us find the difference. As I told you, the numbers are small. We will find the difference. First difference is 14. Then next is 21. Next difference is 35. 91 minus 56 is 35. Then is 63. Then is what? Let us see. Again, this 14, 21, 35, 63 is coming in the table of 7. So let us find the again double difference. 7, 14, 28. Oh, so that means it is multiplied by 2. Multiply by 2. So why this will leave behind? It should also multiply by 2. You get 56 here. And if you add 63 plus 56, answer you get is 119. And now if you add 153 plus 119, you get is 273. You have 273? Yes, we have 273. Question number 31. I think none of the competitive exam will ask such easy question which GPS is asking. What it is asking? A, C, E, G, dash. Now, if we study ABCD, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. See the level of question. Some questions are really good. Some questions are such a question that even a 5th standard students can tell this. You have to skip B, find C. Skip D, get E. Skip F, get G. Skip H, get I. Answer. Very easy. Next question. Now, this is a type of a question. It is a type of, we call as a puzzle. A big question. Question number 32. I'll just zoom it out so that entire question is visible on the screen. Now, how to make this question? First, we have how many people? Akshar, Brinda, Kathy, and Dinesh. So what we'll write? I will write Akshar, Brinda, Kathy, and Dinesh. You don't have to write entire name. Who is asking your entire name? We just have to make our work done. Now, what is given? 4 friends lives in the same area and work for the children in nearby slum. One of them cooks the children's breakfast. Each of other 3 teaches a different subject from maths, reading and writing. Sorry, reading is one subject, writing and drawing is a one subject. Reading and writing comes under one category and drawing becomes the other category. Now, they study mechanical engineering, psychology, medicine, and economics. So till here the instructions was given. Till here only instructions were given. Now from here, from the word neither, you are getting your question. So now we will write what we know. What we know, that one do cooking. And only one person is doing one thing. So one is doing cooking. The other one is doing what? Someone is teaching maths. Someone is teaching reading and writing. Someone is teaching drawing. Now, this is what? A type of occupation or type of a job or type of a hobby, whatever you say. Now, education, if we talk about, one has done mechanical engineering, one has done psychology, one has done medicine, and one has done economics. Let us see what we are getting. Remember, one person will study only one course and one person will do only one type of a job. Let us start. Neither the economics nor the psychology student cooks breakfast. Now, neither the economics nor the psychology students cook the breakfast. So we should understand this. We should keep in mind. Brinda does not teach reading and writing. This is Brinda. Reading and writing does not teach. Dinesh is the medical student. So Dinesh is here. Medical, you just have to mark it here. Now, if Dinesh is a medical student, that means other things will be crossed. Other things will be crossed. Again. And he does not cook breakfast. So Dinesh is a medical student and he does not cook. Now, Kathy teaches drawing. Now, Kathy teaches drawing. Where is Kathy? Kathy is here. Kathy is teaching drawing. Now, understand this also. If Dinesh is medical, that means no other people will be from medical. If Kathy is teaching drawing, that no other people will be teaching drawing, and Kathy will also not teach any other subject. Now, Akshar studies mechanical engineering. So Akshar is studying mechanical engineering, that means no other person will study mechanical, and Akshar will also not study anything. Now, question is, who teaches mathematics? And what is given? See, neither the economics nor the psychology students cook breakfast. Neither the economics or psychology cooks the breakfast. So what we are getting here? Psychology is here, economics is here. Whoever is teaching economics or psychology, let me see, Brinda and Kathy. Only out of this, only 2 will be studying from psychology and economics. If this is correct, this is wrong. If this is correct, this is wrong. So any one of them, any one of them will be studying the psychology and economics. Means between them only. So cooking is not done by them. That means they are not done cooking. So left with what? My question is, food teaches mathematics. There is maths. And see the status of Brinda. Brinda is neither cooking, nor reading, writing, nor drawing. So what she will do? She will only teach maths. Here is your answer B. Who teaches maths? Brinda teaches maths. Next question, number 33. The question is, X men working at a constant speed do a certain job in Y days. Which one of the diagrams shows the relation between X and Y? Now, X is what? Men. Y is what? Days. Now, which one is showing proper one? Now see, this is becoming, Y is becoming 0 here. Y is going in a negative Y. So if Y is going in a negative side, day cannot go negative. So this one is wrong. And you know, no, that if the number of people increases, the time or the days for work decreases, right? Obviously, if a single person is able to construct a table in 5 days, if 3% is coming and helping him to construct the table, it will be done maybe in 2 days or 2.5 days. So as the number of people increases, number of days decreases. See, this is what? Number of people also increasing and number of days also increasing, which is not at all possible. Option number C, if you see, diagram number 3, number of people are increasing and number of men are constant and number of days also constant. Means even if you increase the number of men to 1, 2, 3, 4, number of days is still the same. This is not the case. Means the number of days should decrease. It should not remain the same. Now, if you look at the 4 diagram, yes, as soon as the number of men increases, number of days started decreasing. Going towards Y means what? It is decreasing. So option D is your correct answer. Question number 34. 34 is also a type of puzzle. What is given? 4 political parties P, V, W, X, Y, and Z are set to are decided to set up a joint candidate for the coming parliamentary election. The formula agreed by them was the acceptance of a candidate with most the parties. That means whoever candidate is accepted by most of the parties, he will get the ticket. So for that, A, B, C, D, 4 people approaches for the ticket. So we will write like this: political parties W, X, Y, and Z, and who are the 4 people? A, B, C, D. Now, A was acceptable to W but not Z. So A was acceptable to W but not Z. B was acceptable to Y but not X. So B was acceptable to Y but not X. C was acceptable to W and Y. C was acceptable to W and Y. D was acceptable to W and X. W and X. Now, question. When a candidate B was preferred by W and Z, so candidate B was preferred by W and Z. Candidate C was preferred by X and Z. C was preferred by X and Z. A was acceptable to X but not Y. A was acceptable to X but not Y. Who got the ticket? Who got the ticket? Now, in this, if you see, regarding these two, not known. So we will not interfere here. But who got the tickets means who got the most tickets by the parties. If you see C, 1, 2, 3, C is the person who is accepted by most of the parties. Acceptance of a candidate by most of the parties. So C is accepted by all. In that case, C becomes your candidate. Now, question number 35. Now, statement and action. Again, statement and action. If the retired professor, if the retired professors of the same institute are also invited to deliberate on restructuring of the organization, their contribution may be beneficial to the institute. This is a statement given that a retired professor of the same institute is coming to reconstruct to help in the reconstruction of the organization. This might help the institute. Now, what action should be taken? Management may seek opinion of the employees before calling retired professor, or management should involve experienced people for the systematic restructuring of the organization. See, second conclusion, it is directly coming to this point. Why? Because management should involve experienced people, and who can be more experienced if compared to the retired person of the same field. If you talk about, for example, if you talk about experience in cricket, who can have the better experience than Sachin itself? Because he's already retired. He has played so many matches, more than 400 ODIs. So this one is the correct. Now, management may seek opinion of the employees before calling retired professor. No. Why management may not seek the opinion of the employees? Because they are doing it for the organization. Okay, and they have already invited the retired professor. So management may not always seek the opinion of the employees. See, if you are only working in employees, working as an employee in particular organization, how many times the management asks your opinion? Just think about yourself. No, they have that group of 5 to 10 people we call as a board members or a management team. They only decide everything. So second action will be the correct one. So B will be your right answer. Now, question number 36, missing numbers. Very easy. You have to find the missing numbers here. Now, if you see 15, 5 and 7, 64, 4, 5, 91, dash, 9, 22. So you have to find out what will come here. For example, this is 1 and what will come here, this is 2. So, how to find out? What do you think can be the proper option for this? If you see 60, if you see 15, 15 is what? Fifteen is nothing but division from 5 and then addition here. Basically divide this number and add it here. So if you divide again, divide it here, add it here. So divide 64 by 4. You get 64. Sorry, you get 16. 16 plus 5 is 21. Again, divide 91 by what? So that you get 9. So that you, if you add 9 to that something, you get 22. So easily divide, subtract 22, subtract 9 from 22, you get 13. Okay, and to get the 13 from 91, if you divide 91 from 13, what number you will get? 7. So here you will get 7. So 21 and 7. 21 and 7 is the correct answer. Question number 37. Now, a large number of people in Ward X of the city are diagnosed and suffering from a fatal malaria type. Now, what are the action we could take? Means a particular city of a particular ward of that city is diagnosed and found that many people is suffering from malaria. Now, city municipal authority should take immediate step to carry out extensive fumigation in the ward X. Obviously, this is the exact correct option which should have been, or which we should take, or any city or any government should take. Immediately take the step to carry out extensive fumigation in the ward X. Second one, the people in the area should have been advised to take steps to avoid mosquito bites. Obviously, sometimes it is said na prevention is better than cure. So instead of curing malaria, what if we are able to prevent it? How to avoid the mosquito bites? And in 7th and 8th standard, we all have studied how to avoid mosquito bites, like use mosquito nets, use all out, avoid accumulation of water in an area. So both the actions follow. That means both are the correct actions for this statement. Question number 38. 38 is a math problem taken by the math faculty. Same with 39. 40. Now, question number 40. The committee has criticized the institute for its failure to implement a dozen of regular programs despite an increase in the staff strength and not drawing up the firm action plan for studies and research. That is a statement. What can be the course of action? That means what? Committee has, they have criticized the institute because of the multiple failures in spite of having increase in the staff strength. First option. The board objectives of the institute should be redefined to implement a practical action plan. Yes. If something is a failure, it has to be redefined. The plan has to be redefined. So first one is the correct. The institute should give a report on the reason for not having implemented the plan programs. That is also correct. If something is failure, if you only are working under organization, for example, anything, and if you're given any task and if you're not able to do that, definitely your senior, your team leader, your manager will be asking the report why it was not done. So in that case, both the actions are correct. Question number 41. Now, question number 41 basically a math problem, but it also comes under reasoning. So let us see. The sum statement 1 is given. So this is a type of data sufficiency. That means statement 1 is given, statement 2 is given. Now, using which statement you can find the answer, whether statement 1 is enough, statement 2 is enough, or both are required, or none of them. Means even after combining both the statement, we are not getting the answer. Let us see. The sum of the digit at the unit place and the 10th place is 13. Now, let us take example a number 23. If you represent 23, if we split the 23, you get it 2 and 3. But if you represent it in a form of number, it becomes 10 into 2 plus 3. Understood? 10 into 2 is 20 plus 3, 23. So this becomes our x, this becomes our y. So digits are x and y, and entire number becomes 10x plus y. So according to the first statement, x plus y is 13. Now, according to the second statement, when the digits are interchanged, that means x becomes y becomes x. What is become? 10y plus x. Instead of 10x plus y, it becomes 10y plus x. Of 10 is 45 larger than the original number. What is original number? 10x plus y. That is the original number. And 10y plus x is a reverse number. It is 45 more than that. So after, if you solve this equation, the equation you will getting is 9y minus 9x is equal to 45. So y minus x is 5. This becomes equation 1, this becomes equation 2, and whole world knows how to solve if two equations are given. So solve it. X minus y is equal to 13. Here I am writing minus x, sorry, x plus x minus x and plus y is equal to 5. So this get cancelled. 2y is equal to 18, y is equal to 9, and x is equal to 4. So if x is 4, y is 9, your number will be 49. So if you see, both the statements were required to find the answer. So let us see the option. The data in statement 1 alone is sufficient to answer, while the data in statement 2 is alone not sufficient to answer this question. No. The data in statement 2 alone is sufficient, while data 1 alone is not sufficient. No. Either statement 1 or statement 2 alone is sufficient. No. Both the data in both the statement 1 and 2 are together is necessary to answer this question. Hence option number D. Question number 42. Very easy. If you zoom it out, you have to find out this. One thing we know, that there is a line like this, and if you distinguish like this, it becomes like this. Now how many lines will be there? 1 2 3 4 5. Or yeah, 5 lines. Let us see which option is having 5 lines. 1 2 3 4 5 6. No. 1 2 3 4 5 6. No. 1 2 3 4 5. Yes, one of this. And again 1 2 3 4 5. Oh, this also having 5. But what is the main difference here? If you see this line, this line goes from this corner to this corner straight, and in the option number D, this line is missing. So this will be wrong, and this is the line where it is going directly from corner to corner. So your answer, correct answer, will be option number C. Next question, number 43. 43 again a number series: 7, 13, 25, 45, 75, and dash. So let us find the difference. We get 6, we get 12, we get 20, we get 30, we get 42. So how we will get 42? That I'll let you know. The 6 plus 6 again 12, 8, 10. So there is a increase into 6 again 8 again 10. So it will be 12. So 30 plus 12 becomes 42, and 75 plus 42 will become what? 5 plus 2 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. 117 will be your answer. Number 44. 10, 15, 24, 35, 54, 75, 100. And it is telling you that only one number is wrong in the series. So basically you have to find the wrong number. This is a number series. This is also a type of number series, but this is a wrong number series. Already the previous one was the missing number series. So let us find out. Let us find the difference first. What we do always: 5, 9, 11, 19, 21, 25. But if you see here, there is a plus 4, there is a plus 4, right? But this is the number where it is not plus 4. So can we do one thing? Can we just take a random plus 4? Let us see what answer we get. We get 9 plus 13 is 22. 22 again plus 4 is what? Yeah. So if we do plus 4, we get 13 here. Again, if we do plus 4, what should we get? 4 plus 5, 9. 9 plus 13 plus 4, 17. And again, if you do 17 plus 4, we get 21. So that means this one is our wrong. Instead of 11 and 19, there should be 13 and 17. So that means 35 is the wrong number. If we take here 37, see the difference between 24 and 37 will become what? 13. And difference between 37 and 54 will become what? 17. So 35 is our right answer. 35 is the person who is placed at the wrong place. 45 number. This is a syllogs. Syllogs, you know, syllogisms. Very easy. All trees are gardens. All gardens are stones. All stones are fences. Now, some fences are garden. Some fences are garden. Obviously, this portion of fences are garden. All garden are fences. Yes, all gardens are fences. Correct. Some stones are trees. Yes, this portion of stones are trees. Very easy it was. All follow. Next question. Again, Some flowers are bin. Some flowers are bin. Some bins are handles, and all handles are sticks. Some sticks are bins. Yes, this portion of stick is a part of bins. Some handles are flowers. Some handles are flowers. There is no relation. Wrong. Some sticks are flowers. There is no relation. Wrong. So only one follows. Where is only one follows? There is only one follows. In exam, let's look for the options. Okay. If only one follows, should not mean that only A is right. Question number 47. Again, a number series. 256. No, okay. We'll do it here only. If we take a difference, we get -4 here. If we take a difference, we get +27. If we take a difference, we get -16. If we take a difference, we're getting 125. What will be the next number? Looking at it, we should come to know that this is 2 square, 3 square, 3 cube, 4 square, 5 cube. So it should be 6 square. 6 square is 36. So basically you have to subtract 36. After subtracting 36, what you'll get? You'll get 352. That is option number B. Question number 48. 48 will be the taken by the master. Now 49. You have to find this missing part. Looking at it, looking at the option, we should come to know that this cycle is going like this. So let us see. 4 into 1 is 4. 4 into 2 is 8. 8 into 3 is 24. 24 into 4 is 96. 96 into 5 becomes 480. 480 into 6 becomes 2880. And 2880 into 7, that means you have to find what answer you'll get. You'll get 20160. 20160. So basically it will multiply by 1, then into 2, into 3, into 4, into 5, into 6. Next question. Question number 50. Now, this is a type of, you can say, effect, cause and effect. So event A, senior students rag junior students. Event B, senior students were suspended. So before looking at the options, it is understood that these people were suspended only because they were ragging the junior students, because many places we see the strict actions for the ragging, for the anti-ragging squad also we have in many colleges. So let us read it. If A is the effect, B is the immediate and principal cause. Isn't it talking ulta? Reverse way. How can A be the effect and B be the cause? Completely wrong. If A is the immediate and principal cause, B is its effect. Correct. This becomes your cause and this becomes your effect. If A is an effect, B is not. A cannot be effect. Wrong. If B is an effect and A is not its cause, wrong. A is the cause. Senior students ragged junior students and hence they were suspended. So option B is the correct answer. Question number 51. Find the mirror image. Now, to find the mirror image, basically you have to what? You have to do ulta. That means what? If I take a dice, look, we will look for the options first. Yeah. So our diagram will be with a mirror image. So looking at the diagram, we should come to know that this and this is not the thing. We have to deal with this direction. So now here 2 is there. So this side also 2 dots will be there. Top will remain the same and sidewise triangles. So where we have 1 dot, 2 dot and triangle, here is the option. Very easy it was. Again, which does not belong to other? Leopard, cougar, elephant and lion a fifth standard student also can tell it elephant, because it does not belong to cat family. So elephant is the right answer. 53. Find the missing term. Don't you think it is very easy? KP, LO, MN, and dash. So now, if you see K, L, M, then plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, N. Now, here it is minus 1. Before P, O will come. Before O, N will come. Before N, M will come. So wherever you have this, that is your answer. That is option number 1. 54. 3 cubes. What is the opposite of A? Here is A. What will be the opposite letter of A? Now, see, KBA, we have to find a particular cube which have any out of K and B any one common. Let us take this one. So we will write K here because K is common in both. We have to go it clockwise. So K like this, K, M, and H. Okay, and then K, B, and A. So H and A are opposite of each other. If you follow this method, M and B becomes opposite of each other, and H and A becomes opposite of each other. Question number 55. Now, a guarantee is a promise. A guarantee is a promise or assurance that attests to the quality of a product, that is given by writing by the manufacturer or given verbally by the person selling the product. Now, guarantee means what? In the writing means what? You get a paper. You purchase a mobile, you get it 1 year warranty. It is written on the paper. By verbally means what? Salesperson comes to our doorstep, or whenever we go to particular shop, they sometimes do like, "Arey, kapda chota nahi hoga. Don't worry, this clothes will not going to be too fit for you." That is our guarantee. This will not going to lose the color. The clothes will not going to lose the color. That is our guarantee. That is a verbally. So out of this 4, which of the option is talking about the guarantee? Now, Melissa purchases a DVD player with the highest consumer rating in its category. Is it talking about guarantee? No, it is talking about rating given by the public. The salesman advised Kurt to be sure that he buys an air conditioner with a guarantee. So he is suggesting, no, this is not a type of a guarantee. He is suggesting. The local auto body shop specializes in refurbishing and sell used cars. It is a type of specialization, or what they are good at. Now, Lori buys a used digital camera from her co-worker who says that she will refund Lori's money if the camera performance is not the highest quality. Now, that is a kind of a guarantee given verbally. It is clearly mentioned. It is given verbally or in writing. Here it is given verbally. So answer will become your D. Question number 56. The music director of a film. The music director of the film wants to select 4% to work for different aspects of the composition of music. 7% are available for this work. They are Rohit, Tanya, Shobha, Kaushal, Kunal, Mukesh, and Jaswant. This is Jaswant. Now, which of the following is the most acceptable group of the following people that can be selected by the music director? Now, this is a type of a small puzzle. What you have to do, Rohit and Tanya will not work together. Rohit and Tanya will not work together. Kunal and Shobha will not work together. Mukesh and Kunal wants to work together. Now let us see which are the possible options we have. Rohit Shobha, Kunal. Oh, now here see. This is wrong. Shobha and Kunal cannot come together. So this option is wrong. Tanya, okay. Kaushal, okay. But see, Tanya and Rohit cannot come together. Let us see the fourth option. Shobha, okay. Tanya, okay. Rohit is again Tanya and Rohit नहीं आ सकते साथ में. Now, Tanya from this, Mukesh and Kunal from here, and Jaswant, who is the excluded character. C becomes your right answer. Question number 57. How many letters as per the English alphabetical order are there between fifth and 10th letter of the word relationship? Now, what is fifth letter? If you count, fifth letter is T. And what is 10th letter? If you count, 10th letter is H. Now, how many, if you write H like this and T like this, how many letters are there as per the English alphabetical? Let us see. Count. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So 11 is your right answer. This is how you are supposed to do. 58. Which one of the following words can be formed using the word squirrel? Squirrel. Squirrel. Now, square, there is no A. Wrong. Quarrel, there is no A. Wrong. Liar, there is no A. Wrong. Lure. Lure. Right answer. See, it was very easy. When I am explaining you how much time I took for this question, hardly 15 seconds. How much time I took for this 58 question? Hardly 10 seconds. So questions are very easy, provided you should do it in that way. 59. According to the last week's newspaper, doctors in large cities make more money than doctors in the small towns and rural areas. It does not seem fair that just because the doctor's office in the fancy building or at the fancy address, he or she can charge the patient more. Of course, some medical school cost more than others, but basically all doctors spend a lot of money and a long time in school. There is no proof that graduates of more expensive school practice in big cities and graduates of less expensive school practice in the small towns. All the doctors should charge the same, whether the patient goes to a doctor in a big city or a small town. The cost should be the same. According to the author, whether you are going to the big doctor or a small doctor or is in the city or in the villages, the cost should be the same. Let us see. The person seeking to refute the argument might argue that. Now, a person want to argue on this particular thoughts. What point he can argue? All doctors charge too much money and should lower their fees. Nowhere it is saying that all doctors should charge too much money, and it is already saying now that some doctors charge less. See, some doctors charge more, that means some doctors charge less. Some medical school cost more than others, that means some are taking less. So this is wrong. Medical practices are more expensive to maintain in large cities than in small towns and rural areas. Yes, practically going to see. That is what is exactly wants to tell. Let us see. Doctors who owe student loan should charge more than other doctors should. There is nothing mentioned about student loan, and you should not go behind what is not mentioned. Medical care from small town doctors is better than medical care from large city doctors. It is not mentioned who is giving better facility. So only option left is B. Question number 60. Same question, same comprehension. A major flaw. What is the major flaw? That means what you can find. What is the major defect you can say, or what is the major drawback you can say from the above statement? All doctors are specialists. No, all doctors are not specialists. All patients carry health insurance. No, useless. Nothing is given about it. All doctors have no. Nothing is given about student loan. All doctors see the same number of patients. Do we have the same? All doctors see the same number of patients. According to the author, it is saying that all doctors see the same number of patients, but this is not the correct thing. That is the, you know, that is a major flaw in the above comprehension, that all doctors does not see the same number of patients. Obviously some doctor will have good number of patients, some people will have the less number of patients. So definitely your answer goes with D. Now handing over to math sir, he will be continue with the math math topics. So this was the reasoning class. All the questions which were asked in the reasoning section, and this is very, 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 very important section, as you have seen that how many number of questions are asked in this. This is a majority, more than 40. And if you see the cutoff of GPSC, if you are scoring 90% and above in your reasoning, then you are easily clearing your pre-screening test without any other help of any other subject. But still, you should know all the subject also. So let us continue with the maths.
Yes, hello everyone. Just give me a second to settle down, then we will start. Just give me a second. Nice. Okay, let us come back to there were basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions of mathematics which was required for this. Okay, so since we are doing at the end, let us take the questions from the end only. Okay, so let us start with question number 38. Those students who are in our community, we will be sending this question paper to that community, means the WhatsApp community which we are having. So we will send the question paper in that. Okay, so you will get question paper there. That is absolutely not a problem. Okay. Okay. See, the question is, Mr. Kumar drives to work. Yes, there is one Mr. Kumar who drives to work. Average speed is 48 kilometer per hour. The most important thing or most important word is average speed. This is the question of time, speed, distance, which is an important topic. Actually, most of the questions are from time, speed, distance, and average in this paper. So this is one topic. I'll tell you the important topics which you can do. Time, speed, distance is one. Time and work. This is one topic from where question comes. Boat and stream. This is one topic from where question comes. Time, speed, distance, time and work, boat and stream. These are three major topics. And then average percentage, hardly one question comes. Okay. So in this case, major focus should be on reasoning because maximum questions are from reasoning. Okay. So he is driving to work at average speed of 48 kilometer per hour. Time taken to cover first 60% of the distance is 10 minutes, more than the time taken to cover remaining distance. So if 60% is the distance, just a minute, guys. Yes. So for this is 60% of the distance. First is 60% of the distance. So if this is 60% of the distance, the remaining will be 40% of the distance. So what will be remaining is 20%. Okay, so that 20% he is covering in this 10 minutes. That is why this is 10 minutes more, right? So the speed is 48 kilometer per hour. So 48 kilometer per hour, but this is in minutes. So we have to convert 48 kilometer per hour into meter per second. Okay, so we will multiply it by, okay, so let us not multiply it because the answer is in kilometers. No need to do that. So in that 20% distance which is there, okay, so 10 minutes. 10 minutes is basically 1 by 6 hours. 10 minutes is basically 1 by 6 hours. Now this is 48 kilometer in 1 hour. He is covering 48 kilometer in 1 hour. So when you divide it by 6 in 1 by 6 hours, he will be covering how much? 48 by 6 kilometers. 48 by 6 means it will come how much? 8 kilometers. So this 20% which is remaining of this 60% minus 40% is 20%. So this 20% corresponds to 8 kilometers. Okay. Now what is the question? How far is his office? Means the total distance. So the total distance which is traveled needs to be 100%. So for 100%, what I am doing, this is 20 cross 5, 100. So it will be 8 cross 5. So it will come as 40 kilometers. The answer is 40 kilometers. Again, I'll explain. 60% distance and remaining will be 40% distance. So what is the difference is 20% distance. Okay. So the difference is nothing but this one, the 20%. Now this 20% is how much? This remaining 20% he is covering in 10 minutes. It is how much distance? Okay, so it is very easy. In 1 hour, it is he is covering 48 kilometer. In 1 hour, he is covering 48 kilometer. So in 10 minutes, how much he will cover? 48 by 6. So it will come 8 kilometers. Okay, it will come 8 kilometers. So 20% distance is 8 kilometers. So it will be 100% distance will be how much? 8 5s are 40 kilometers. So 40 is the answer. This is question number 38. Okay. Now let us come to the next question. Question number 39. Okay. Take 5 seconds to read the question. Okay. There are two people. They are running around 450-meter circular track. There is a circular track of 450 meters. One is covering 12 meter per second, other is 18 meter per second. So one, suppose this side he is coming at 12 meter per second, and suppose this side a person is coming at 18 meter per second. Okay, so 12 and 18 are the two speeds. Now they start at the same time but run in opposite direction. Now here the logic comes is, whenever two things are coming from opposite direction, if this is the speed of this u, this is the speed of this v, this is u meter per second, this is v meter per second. So in this case the total speed becomes u plus v. Similarly, if two things are going one behind another, say suppose this is u, this is v, so it will be either u minus v or v minus u, depending on which one is greater. Okay. So in this case, the speeds will add up. So what is my total speed? It will be 18 plus 12. So it will be 30 meter per second. That is my total speed. Okay. Find the number of times they will meet when Bimal covers 3240 meter. Okay. Bimal is totally covering 3240 meters. Now, definitely when they are in two opposite directions, they will definitely meet. He will come from here, he will come from here. They will meet somewhere here, not exactly in middle. Reason? Because he is going very fast, he is going a bit slow. Okay, so the total speed is 30 meter per second. Now the question is, Bimal is covering 3240 meters. Okay. So Bimal is covering, this is Bimal. Bimal is covering 3240 meters. Let us see how much time he is taking. Because the logic is when both of them are meeting at some point, again they will meet at some point, again they will meet at some point, again they will meet at some point. We will not be able to determine at how many points they are meeting. Got it? So in this case, what we have to do, whenever they meet, the logic will be whenever they meet, again for the meeting they have to cover full distance. Okay, suppose they are meeting here, then he starts running from here, he starts running from here. So again when they will meet here, he has covered this much distance, he has covered this much distance. So the thing is, they have to cover full circle. They have to cover full circle. So let us see how much time Bimal is taking, because after that time we have to stop. Say for example, Bimal is 3240 and his speed is 18 meter per second. So 3240 divided by 18. So this will come out to be, when you divide, it will come out to be 180 seconds. Okay, you can do 18 ka table. So it will happen in how much time? 180 seconds. Now, both the speeds A plus B, it is 30 meter per second. Okay, both the speeds A plus B 30 meter per second. Now, this is how much track? 450 meter long. So if they both are meeting, so what formula we know? Speed is equal to distance upon time. Now speed we know, distance we know, so we can find out time. So our time will be is equal to speed upon distance. Time will be is equal to speed upon distance. Okay. Sorry, time will be is equal to distance upon speed. Space कम था ना इसलिए थोड़ा दिक्कत हुआ. Distance upon speed. Okay, so what is the total distance? Total distance is 450 meter divided by what is the speed? Speed is 30 meter per second after adding. So 450 upon 30, this will give me time. 0, 0, 3 ones are 3 15s are. Means how much time, after how much time they both are meeting? After every 15 second. They will take every 15 second. Means when they are roaming around a circle, suppose they meet here, after 15 seconds they can meet here. Okay, but after 15 seconds only, because this full circle, for covering this full circle, they require 15 seconds time. Okay, now this Bimal is actually running for how much time? This Bimal is actually running for 180 seconds. Let me use another pen. This Bimal is running for 180 seconds. Now in 180 seconds, after 180 seconds, he is stopping. In this 180 seconds, how many times they will meet? So we have to just do 180 divided by 15. And when you do 180 divided by 15, the answer is 12. The answer is 12. So this is my correct answer. Answer is 12. Okay. Again, I'll explain. Okay. The explanation is when they are running, they will be meeting when they complete the full circle. So for completing the full circle, how much time they are taking? They are taking 15 seconds. Okay, 15 seconds. Every 15 seconds they are meeting. So when will they stop? When Bimal stops. When is Bimal stopping? After 180 seconds. So simple logic is 180 divided by 15. This is how we have to solve the question. Okay. Now the next question. Next question is question number 48. Okay. Just read the question. Okay. Taxi charges in a city consist of some fixed and some additional. Fixed plus variable. Now, per kilometer. The fixed charges are for a distance up to 5 kilometers. Okay, this is important. Up to 5 kilometers. And additional charges are applicable per kilometer thereafter. After that, it is per kilometer. The charge for a distance of 10 kilometers is coming 350. Okay, so 350. So suppose my fix is X, this fix is X and variable is Y. Suppose fix is X and variable is Y. So it will be fix plus variable for how much distance? 10 kilometers. So it will be variable for 5 kilometers. So x plus 5y is equal to 350. Similarly, this is for 25 kilometers. So for 25 kilometers, it will become x plus 20y is equal to 800. It is like this. X plus 5y is equal to 350. X plus 20y is equal to 800. Now, for solving this, we will use simultaneous linear equation, which was the portion of class 10th. So minus, minus, minus. So this becomes minus 15y is equal to minus, this will become 450. So my y will come out to be 30 after calculation. Similarly, when you put y in this, your x will come out to be 200. X will come out to be 200. Now, what is the question? The charge for distance of 30 kilometers. So for 30 kilometers, it will be x plus 25y. X plus 25y. So what will be my x? My x will become 200 because this is fixed, and 25 into variable is 30. So 25 into 30, when you do, you will get 750 plus 200. Answer will come as 950. This is the answer. Okay, again, fixed plus variable means fixed, suppose it is x, variable, suppose it is y. The variable is saying what? Additional charge per kilometer. This word is very important, per kilometer. So it will become 5y. Why? Because it is 10 kilometers. So 10 minus 5, remaining is 5. Now 25 kilometers, 25 minus 5, remaining is 20y. So x plus 20y is equal to 800. Okay. So accordingly, we have to solve these questions. Okay. These were 3 questions which were here. Then let us move to question number 18. Now, question number 18 is an average question. Is the average age of a school less than 17? Now, this is the question. Average age is less than 17. Now, statement 1, strength of class 8 is less than 25% strength of the school. Means in class 8, the students are less than 25%. What will I do out of this? From this, I will not be able to judge anything. From this, I will not be able to make any conclusion. Second statement is average age of the students of class 8th of the school is 18 years. Okay. Average age, how much it is? 18 year for a student of class 8. So this relation and this relation I can combine, and that of remaining classes is 16 years. Okay. For remaining classes, it is 16 years. So these are 8th students are 25% of the strength. So this means that I have to use both the statements. I have to use both the statements in order to solve the question. Means both statements are required. From one statement, you will not be able to find a solution. So both statements are required. Now let me jump to the answers. If the data in statement A alone is sufficient, no, alone is not sufficient. Statement data in statement 2 alone, no, it is also not sufficient. Data either in statement 1 alone or in 2 alone, no. But if the data in both statements 1 and 2 are together, okay, so this makes that both the statements are required. So that is why statement number 1 and 2 together are required for solving the question. Okay, so this was question number 18. Okay, these were the questions which were doable. Now there are 2-3 questions which are not doable. Okay, in which you will require a lot of time. All these exams, whatever exams you are giving, these all exams are basically time bound exams. So you have to be very proper and very accurate when you are solving any kind of question. Okay. Okay. So what is the question saying? The question saying that 2 trains are running. Now again, time, speed, distance question. Two trains are running on parallel lines in the same direction at speed 60 kilometer per hour and 35 kilometer per hour. Okay. So definitely 60 will go up, 35 will come from behind. The faster train crosses a man in the slower train in 54 seconds. Okay. So suppose this is a train. A person is sitting here. The second train comes and it crosses it entirely. Okay. Now, if the length of slower train is 4/5 of the faster train, so suppose if this is the slower train, na? So this will be 4 upon 5x and this is x. This what I am taking, this I am taking the length of the train. Find the length of slower train. We have to find the length of this x. Okay. ठीक है, no problem. Now, because they are going one after the other, so first is we will find speed. Now, just now I had told you this is moving at higher speed, this is moving at lower speed, so we have to subtract it because they are going one behind another. If it would have been in the same direction, so we would have added it 60 plus 35, but because they are both running in the same direction, that is why we have to subtract. Opposite direction we have to add, so it will come 25 kilometer per hour. Again, but here everything is in seconds, so for converting it into meter per second, I will multiply it by 5 by 18 meter per second. Okay, 5 by 18 meter per second. Okay, so I will get 125 by 18 meter per second. Okay, this now I have got. Now what do I want? Length of the train. Now length of the train, he is crossing in how many seconds? 54 seconds. Okay, so speed is equal to distance upon time. Distance is equal to speed into time. So what is my speed? 125 by 18. What is my time? 54 seconds. 18 ones are 18 threes are. So 125 into 3, how much it will come? 375 meters. So 375 meters is the total length of the faster train. In the question we have to find what? Length of the slower train. Okay, length of the slower train. So when you do it, 4 by 5 into 375, your answer will come as 300 meters. Answer will come as 300 meters, but that is not in the option. 300 meters is not in the option. That is why we will take none of the above and we will move ahead. Okay, none of the above we will take and we will move ahead. So, how are we solving? We are first subtracting the speeds. Why we are subtracting the speeds? Because they are moving in the same direction. Why we are subtracting the speeds? Because they are moving in the same direction. Once you subtract, it is getting 25 kilometer per hour. Then you have to change it into meter per second. After changing it, then you have to find the distance. Formula is distance is equal to speed into time. After you find it, you will get the length of the longer train, 375 meter. Okay, but we have to find length of the smaller train or the slower train. So it will be 4 by 5 times of this. So it is 300 meter. Okay, so these were all the questions from mathematics point of view. Okay, so it completes all the questions of this whole PDF. Now we will be sending this PDF to you on the community which is there on our WhatsApp community. For further updates, our class schedule is like another again on 17th at around 8 o'clock. That session will not be this long. Okay, today's session, because it was solving the paper, that is why it was very, very long. So that session which is there, so that will be of hardly 1 hour time period. And in that, we will be telling you the strategy before BDO exam, what you have to cover, what you have to leave, which topics are there, which are easy topics, and the questions also are very, very easy. Which topics are there in which you should think first and then solve a question. Also, we will be covering how much time to give to one question. See, it is an exam. Say, for example, you have to get 36 marks. So the comfortable position is if you attempt something between 45 to 50. This should be our eventual target. So you need not attempt all 65 questions or all 70 questions whatsoever are there. We have to attempt this sure shot that we should be able to crack this exam. So how to choose the questions, how to plan our strategy, which questions to solve first, which questions to solve for later, during the exam what things to carry, what things not to carry, what to do, what not to do, everything we will be covering in that strategy session. So we are going to have that strategy session on 17th for all of you at 8 o'clock in the evening. After that, mostly from next week or next to next week, we will be starting with all our classes, specific subject wise and topic wise classes on all these topics, like say for example ratio, proportion, percentage, linear inequalities, quadratic equation, and many syllogism, error correction, and all these topics we will be starting with individual topic wise classes also on YouTube live, and that will also be free. Okay, so for all these knowledge and all these topics, you can subscribe our channel, press the bell icon, subscribe our channel. We will send the link on your group for this YouTube channel so that you get all the videos. Also, we will be bringing many eminent personalities to the Bodhi Academy, and we will let you meet or let you interact with all those people, and you can discuss your queries on how work culture is there, how do a person work after getting into PSC, GPSC, or going into other departments like income tax department, GST department, because we prepare students for those different exams also. We do not only prepare students for GPSC BDO, we also prepare students for all kind of government examinations. Like this year with the Staff Selection Commission, there was more than 35,000 vacancies all over India for income tax inspectors, CBI inspectors, NIA, IB, RAW, Ministry of External Affairs, and lots and lots of vacancies. Okay, so I wish I assume you all will join that free community, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel also. Also, our Instagram handle is there, where we put many general knowledge of related things, general knowledge related information. So you can also subscribe to our Instagram channel, the bodhi.academy. Okay, Instagram thing. Okay, so with this note, we will close today's session, because we thought it will be a 1.5 hour session, but it has already crossed 2 hours. So we'll close this session for today from our end. I hope that you all have got some sort of knowledge on how to solve an examination paper, what to focus in an examination paper, and all the solutions must be clearer to you. However, we can also understand that in one class we are not able to serve each and everything, but whatsoever was best with us, we have tried to serve. We have tried to solve a full question paper with all of you. Okay, so hope everything is fine, and all the best for your BDO exams. We will again meet on 17th. Till then, good night, goodbye, and prepare well. Prepare well. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you for joining.